So this is pretty much a V2 tutorial on the anti-player collision script, because the last tutorial, the way I scripted it, does not work anymore in Roblox, so I'll just have to rewrite this. Don't you worry though, the script is pretty much the same. There's just a minor change that you have to take care of. So let's just create a new script and name it anti-player collision. Unless you already have made that script and you don't have to do that, then you can just simply work on that script that you've already made. But I just have to rewrite everything here. So we're gonna need the services. I always start off with the services first. We're gonna need the players service and also the physics service. The physics service is being used to create the collision group that we need to make to have that player collision thing pretty much removed, you know, if that makes sense. So next thing I'm gonna do is make the collision setup. In that case, I will actually use the collision name first. So call it group name equals players, just so that we know that it's actually the anti-player collision thing. Physics service, create collision group, and then pretty much group name. With group name, it takes that string that we've created right here. Next thing is collision group set collidable. That's what we have to do next. If you don't want the players to collide with each other, then we have to actually disable the collision towards itself. That's pretty much what it means. So we're just gonna set this to false. Next thing we make is a function. So we're gonna call it local function add to collision group, for example, and then character. In that function, what we'll do is actually use a for loop to loop through the character that we are going to set. So for underscore, since we don't need a number, and then we're gonna call the value part in character get children do. Then if part is a base part, gonna check if it's a base part, because these base parts are pretty much like arms and legs and, you know, torso. So if that's the case, then physics service set part collision group, and we're gonna need the base part, which is part collision group, which is group name. The functions part is done. We now just have to bind it to when the player joins, or the character loads in, basically. So first we have to set when the player joins. Players, player added, connect function, player, then player character appearance loaded. Basically means that the character has finished loading. That way the script does not cry around if there's like something missing or something like that. So that's connect function, character, and here all we just do is hit add to collision group. So we just enter that with the character, and then that's pretty much it. But to test it, I will actually make a dummy test. So what I'll just do is add to collision group workspace testing dummy, as I've already created a little testing dummy right here. Now we're just gonna test it and see if it works. Now if I just walk towards that test dummy right here, you'll see that we'll just run through it. Everything is working perfectly. And yeah, that's pretty much the anti-player collision script 2.0 in quotes. I hope this is actually working for you now, and I hope that I don't have to remake it again.